Crystal Palace vs Tottenham Live, latest Premier League updates. Follow all the action as Crystal Palace host Tottenham in the Premier League's early kickoff this afternoon. Spurs sit top of the Premier League with a perfect record this season, having defeated Manchester City, Wolves, and Watford thus far, but will have to make do without Christian Romero, Giovanni Lo Celso and Davinson Sanchez, who are all unavailable after traveling to South America during the international break. There are also doubts over the fitness of Son Heung-min and Oliver Skipp, with Nuno Espirito Santo likely to be forced into several changes as he aims to continue the brilliant start to his tenure. There has been less cause for celebration for Patrick Vieira, who has taken 2 points from his first 3 games in charge at Crystal Palace. There were clear signs of improvement against West Ham before the break, though, as Conor Gallagher scored twice, while new signings Odsonne Edouard and Michael Olise could make their debuts. Follow all the action live below. 52. Japhet Tanganga clears out Wilfried Zaha with a ruthless foul by shoving him to the ground as the Eagles counter, and the Ivorian takes exception to the challenge, pushing and shoving the Spurs defender before players from both sides get themselves involved. Both players are booked, and Palace have a free kick in a good area, but Conor Gallagher clips it out for a goal kick. 50. Crystal Palace fans are shouting for a penalty as Conor Gallagher's volley from 10 yards out is blocked by Joe Rodon, but the Welshman's hand was nowhere near the ball when it made contact. This second half has already had so much more action than the entirety of the first. 48. Spurs have already looked brighter in this half and played 2 nice through ball into the full-backs along the edge of the penalty area, which is more than they managed at any point before the break. They managed their first shot of the match so far at the end of that passage of play, with Vicente Guaita saving comfortably from Lucas Moura. Crystal Palace are first to return to the turf for the second half and look raring to go here. Neither side has made a change at the break, but Tottenham certainly need to come out with a refreshed attitude if they're going to win this game. Spurs' 3 midfield players, Skipp, Højbjerg, and Winks, all have solid pass completion rates in that first half, but the lack of ambition in the passing range is costing them so far. There were plenty of occasions in that opening period where the chance to spray the ball quickly wide to the full-backs was on, but on every single occasion they chose to cut back inside and play something simple. Nuno will need to encourage to be more adventurous in the second period if Spurs are to create anything significant here. Halftime, it's all level at the break after a goalless first half, but Patrick Vieira will be far more pleased with his side's performance so far than Nuno Espirito Santo. After foul-ridden opening half an hour, the Eagles stepped things up with Wilfried Zaha and Conor Gallagher increasingly influential, and the on-loan Chelsea man missed the only real chance of the opening period from the Ivorians' cutback as Hugo Lloris reacted quickly in the Spurs' goal to block the 21-year-old's shot. Palace ended the half with 7 shots at goal, while Spurs have yet to fashion a single attempt, with Harry Kane totally anonymous and isolated in attack. 42. By far the biggest chance of the match so far falls to Conor Gallagher just 4 or 5 yards from goal, but Spurs keeper Hugo Lloris smothers him quickly and deflects the ball wide for a corner off his shin. The increasingly lively Wilfried Zaha beat Emerson Royal on the wing before cutting the ball back into the area. Palace have begun creating chances in the past 10 minutes or so, and the visitors look like they need half-time to get a grip of themselves. 40. Tottenham's attacking players have barely had a kick in this half, with Harry Kane in particular looking isolated and unable to affect the game. An intriguing stat, though, is that Lucas Moura has made 4 tackles so far, more than anybody else out there. 35. Palace swing in 2 corners in quick succession, and Hugo Lloris has to punch them clear under a lot of pressure inside the 6-yard box. The France skipper dealt with the threat well there. 33. Crystal Palace are starting to control more of the ball in the final third.